You're new to kayak bass fishing and you want to know where to start? Stick around and I'll tell you. Hello everybody, thanks for watching today. I'm Lee with Lee Kayak Fishing. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about how to start into kayak bass fishing, whether it be tournaments or just where to start. So of course, the first and most important thing that you're going to need is a kayak. I know, shocker. So there are so many options for a kayak. It can be very, very disheartening if you're looking at it like, I don't know where to begin. I don't know what's good, I don't know what's bad. They're from the small range, that's just a few $100s where I started, to where you're spending thousands. So no matter where your budget line is, there'll be a kayak that is right for you. The number one thing that I will say that you need to do prior to buying a kayak is to try out a kayak. I started on a $200 Dick's Sporting Goods special, is what I'd like to call it, a Sun Dolphin. I modified it a little bit to suit what I needed it for fishing, and I got out on the water. That's the most important thing, is to get out on the water. The next thing that you'll need, now that you've got a kayak, is quality fishing equipment. So your rods, reels, and all the lures and things that you're gonna use. Now, there's a lot of different options out there. If you're gonna do tournaments, I definitely recommend getting quality rods and reels because it'll help you land more fishing. I started out kayak bass fishing with some Zebcos, and even though those were fine and good, and I was catching some fish, even with some artificial lures and things, and some inline spinner baits, it's not gonna cut it for the tournament. Time to be competitive, so definitely do some homework and get you some quality rods and reels to help you out on the tournament. But if you're not interested in tournament fishing and you just want to get out there on water, get any rod or reel that you can get your hands on and get out and fish. Whether it be with a bobber and worms or artificial baits, inline spinners, anything that you can get out on the water and to fish off of. The next thing I want to say that you're going to need is a net. So whether you're doing it for fun or you're doing it competitively, a net will help you land more fish, get it in the boat. It will help make things go a lot smoother when trying to land fish. Trying to swing them into a kayak's pretty tough. Trying to grab a bass in the mouth while it's fighting is pretty tough. So it's just easier if you get a net, one that's easily deployable, one that you could use standing up or standing down, depending on the kayak that you have. And it'll make things go a whole lot smoother. So this section is for my tournament anglers. So there are a lot of series out there and where to begin. So the first thing that you want to do is type up kayak bass fishing tournaments in your area. You can search them either using Fishing Chaos, TourneyX, or just plain Google to see if there's any local clubs in your area that might do local tournaments. There are so many different series out there. There's kayak bass fishing KBF, the actual series, where you can do a challenge series and you can get started with them, which is great, and I've fished them a lot. You can go into the Bassmaster Kayak series where they have national trail tournaments, and depending on the state that you're in, you may have a Bass Nation kayak series in your state where you do local tournaments like I do here. And there's also the Kayak Adventure series. So there are plenty of different series out there to get started and sign up for a tournament in your area. So I know I threw a lot at you during this video. It's a lot of information to try to take in. But what I will say is the biggest thing is to do your research. Find out how much money you're wanting to spend on kayak fishing equipment and stay within your budget line. If you need to start small, and really I recommend starting small because you may not like it. I hope you do, of course, because I absolutely love the sport, but it's not for everybody. So if you've never done it before, you might maybe want to borrow somebody's kayak and see if you like it. And just getting out on the water, that's the biggest thing. So the biggest thing that you can do to get started in this world is to just begin. And if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. And please let me know what other things that you want to see in the future as far as videos and content. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.